This episode is all about how to add keywords in your YouTube video description. A lot of creators stress about adding keywords all over their YouTube description, thinking it's the secret to their success. It's not. The description does matter, but not in the way most people think. In this episode, I'll share what the description actually does for your video, how to use it to support your keyword strategy, and how to write descriptions that help viewers take action. Let's dive right in. So the YouTube description. Should I cram as many keywords into the description as possible? The quick answer is no. YouTube actually doesn't look at keywords in your description at all. A lot of people say that the description is for the algorithm, but it's actually not. It's for people. It's for your viewer. The top couple lines of your description can be used in other places, like if your video is shown on Google search, and you want to speak to the person to entice them to want to watch your video, to click on it. Does the YouTube algorithm read the entire description equally? I'd say yeah, but the algorithm really ignores your description. The description is your opportunity to speak to your viewer. And it's kind of hard to find, whether on the mobile device or on a laptop. You have to navigate to the read more or to the little down arrow. If people take the time and energy to do that, to find it and then to click on it, what is it that they're searching for? So you want to write it in a way that speaks to the viewer. If the very top section is the about part of that description, the viewer is most likely going to skip that. Now, there is one important part that the algorithm does use, and that's the timestamps that will turn into chapters. So that's a functionality thing that you can add to your video, and the description is where you do that. So then what's next? What else do you put in there? Well, what is the viewer looking for? Are they wondering what you do? Can you put a bio paragraph in there? Are they looking for a link to your website, or maybe a gift that you mentioned in your video that they can get? So you want to put links and resources, and the more that you add, the harder it is for them to navigate and quickly find what they're searching for. Let me give you a recommendation. I'm going to show you one of my episodes. If you come down here, I have to hit the ... more to open up my description. My main call to action is to watch another video. So I've got that link right at the top. Then you can see I've got the timestamps, and below that I've got all these resources. I love using this long line of equal symbols just because it makes a bar and it separates things from each other. My goal with this is to make things visual and allow people to quickly find what they're searching for. So you can see I use all caps right there, and then regular caps there, and then I put a link, and then all caps and the link. And my whole goal here is just to have it organized so that a viewer can find whatever they're looking for. If the description was important for the algorithm, none of that stuff would be important. Our description's just for SEO. Actually, no, the description does absolutely nothing for SEO, even though so many YouTube experts here on YouTube are telling you how important it is. Just for credibility, I've got hundreds and hundreds of videos ranking at the top of YouTube search, and it has nothing to do with the description. You could leave the description blank. Does copying and pasting a list of keywords at the bottom of the description boost ranking? No. Once I write a good description, can I use it for every video? Yeah, that's actually a great idea. I use a template for every video, and you can put that into your defaults, and then you just want to customize it. Customize the wording at the top so it relates to the video, and so it will entice people to want to click on it. And then customize your call to action. What's the one action that you asked people to do? Put that link or that action at the very top of your description. So here's my template. This is just a Google Doc. And usually I'll just delete all that because that's a description for a previous video. So I've got all the different sections in here, even down to the hashtags. So I'll just highlight that much. I will copy it. So I'll show you. I'll act as if I'm uploading this video to YouTube right now. And I can come right here into the description and I can paste that in there. Now I'm going to hit cancel on this, and I'm going to show you on a different channel, on the channel you're actually watching. Now I'm logged into this channel, the Nate the Producer channel. So if I do the same thing, I'm going to upload a video. You'll notice that I already have that in the description field. That's because I set it up in the defaults. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to modify the top couple of sentences. I'm going to add in the unique timestamps, and I'm going to make sure that the call to action that I have is the one that I mentioned in the video. How many times should I repeat my keyword in the description? Well, since keywords in the description don't do anything, don't repeat it. Where in the description should my keywords go? Well, look, okay, so I'm saying don't put your keywords in the description. However, when you follow my strategy, you're going to do keyword research to find the really specific question that your target audience is asking. So that question is going to become the title of your video. And at the top of your description, you're going to say some more words about that title or about that question to entice people to click on it. So technically, you're going to put keywords in there, but you're going to speak to the viewer and not do it because of keyword stuffing. This part is for the viewer, not for SEO. How do I balance SEO with sounding human and helpful? The good news is that's how modern SEO works. The SEO of the past, they were separate. But today, SEO is actually focused on the viewer, not the algorithm. We do SEO to find the questions that our viewer is asking. So that becomes the title of our video, and that signals the algorithm what viewer this video is for. And then when you're filming your video, you don't need to worry about putting in the keywords here or there or saying it enough times, and then at the end thinking, oh, did I use my keywords enough? Because you did SEO the right to begin with. Before you hit record, the SEO that you did was the keyword research to find the right question. And then you make a video, and if you actually answer the question and really give value, then you don't have to worry about it. You've already done it. What is the best way to format a description for lead generation? If you want your video to generate leads, then at the end of the video, I recommend having a call to action where you give away a free gift. It could be a free mini course. It could be a free plus shipping book. It could be an invitation to a webinar. Some invitation where they're going to leave YouTube and go to a landing page. So they're going to enter their name, their phone number, their email. Now, there's a few ways that you can share that link or that landing page with them. In the video, you can tell it to them. You can say, go to suchgift.com, and you can tell them, I will put the link in the description below. You can share the link as a clickable element on the screen if you're approved in the partner program. Now, talking about the description, you want to put that link as near the top as possible. All right, so for demonstration, I just made up a sentence there and I copied it twice, but notice as a part of that paragraph, I have a link right there, and then there's a return and a space and another return, and I have that link again. You want to make sure that there's not a return. If I hit delete or backspace here, you'll see that there's no space, and when I put a space in there, that's what makes it return. So there's not actually a return. If there's a return there, it will show it below the fold. But if it's only a space, it'll show it above the fold, and so people will see that link before they have to click more. So check out how this works. I'll just pick this video right here. In this episode, I'm going to Now, if I scroll down here where you can see the top part of the description, notice how that video that I referenced here is linked, even above that more section. Now, when I click on it, the second one appears. So that's why I do it that way, so that my call to action is actually at the very top of the description, and it will appear above that folder, above that more button. How long should a good video description be? Well, there's a lot that you want to put in there. So each description is going to be pretty long, but the unique parts of the description aren't. So the top sentences, that's obviously not very long. The timestamps, the longer your video is, the more timestamps you're probably going to have in there. But everything else is just a template. You're going to use the same things in every episode. So you can have a long description, but what's unique is very short. Does the description actually help me get more clients or just views? That's a really good question, because if you understand the answer to this, then you'll get my point that the description doesn't really help you get a lot more views. It's really focused on turning viewers into clients or turning them into leads. Right? There's a couple pieces at the top that if they find this video on Google, maybe it'll entice them, and so maybe you'll get more views that way. But my encouragement is to look at it from the lead generation standpoint. What are they searching for, and what can you put in there, and how can you organize it to get results out of it? Would it be valuable for you to know how to get your videos ranking at the top of YouTube? Now that's what I teach, that's what I've done hundreds and hundreds of times, and it's very predictable. I teach a type of research that you can do and map out the exact path of what area you're going to dominate on YouTube. I'd like you to learn my LEAF strategy, so I've created another episode. I'll link to it right there. It's called YouTube SEO Secret Strategy. Definitely go watch that video next.